Well. Money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more.
Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show.
Baby, I got your money.
You're now tuned into the financial motivator himself, Ash Cash, Mr. Mind Right, Money Right. Money Right. Money Right.
Welcome to the Ash Cash Show every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure y'all go to the AshCashShow.com. Subscribe to the podcast. Go to AshCashTV.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Couple of things before we get into the message, right? Number one, everybody that's here, I need y'all to make sure you're always giving back. This was a very great weekend for me. Very emotional weekend for me. I'll say that because, this weekend was all about service for me. On Saturday, I had the honor and pleasure to feed the homeless. I live in Atlanta, and if you don't know, Atlanta and a lot of other places around the country have a really bad issue as it relates to homelessness. And so that homelessness problem is really, really bad. I had the honor and pleasure to feed our brothers and sisters who were, living, underneath the highway and the city, what did they call them? The tent cities. Like it's something that is heartbreaking. But we can always do our part to help, make it better. And so fast shout to my brother and the whole team at A Fighters for Life. And so, we were able to, give them clothes. We were able to feed them. We were able to do some great things. And so that was my Saturday. And then Sunday, I had the honor and pleasure to go to the Fulton County Jail and really, talk to the brothers there about, getting to the next level. So it was myself and a bunch of other, prominent entrepreneurs that, and we showed out. It was a lot of us, and we went there and we were able to get to that, help, change and shift minds to help them get to the next level. And so that was an honor. That was a pleasure. And so, I employ everybody. God didn't put you on this earth just to, get out of whatever circumstance that you've gotten out of, just to be able to just, look at your success and say, well, I got here and now I'm good. At the end of the day, it's about, giving back. It's about, helping people, you should always want for your brothers and sisters what you want for yourself. And that's how I look at it. So I don't ever look at anybody in any situation and feel like, well, I got it out the mud, so you should get out the mud. Nah, if I got it out the mud and I can help you, and I can push you to the next level, then I'll do that. And so it goes to talk about my message today, right? My message today is about letting go. Fast shout to my brother Marvin Mitchell, fast shout to Greg, fast shout to Damon. I was just on their live a few minutes ago, and Greg talked about new things, right? Talked about letting go of the old to fit in the new. And one of the things I gave the example of having a pair of sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Like having a pair of sneakers, and these sneakers are good. You know what I'm saying? They're good quality. They're good shape. They served you right. You know what I'm saying? Like when you didn't have money, those sneakers was there. When like it helped you walk miles in those, it kept you warm. Like these sneakers were the best sneakers you've ever had. Right. And a lot of times when it's time to upgrade, right now, your feet is getting bigger. Right. And so you might have wore a size 12, but for whatever reasons, your feet getting bigger. You in a 13 now, right? You in a 13 now. So now these size 12s that have been serving you, right? They've been serving you for such a long time. They're in good condition. They've been serving you, but now your feet too big, right? Now they're causing you to get corns. They're causing you calluses, right? They're hurting. They're bending up your toes, right? And so even though these pair of shoes are good, right? These shoes are good. They've treated you well. It's great. Like you have no issues with these shoes whatsoever. But it's now time to get into size 13, right? It's time to get into the new pair of shoes. And then what happens is when it's time to get in those new pair of shoes, you start finding all reasons, right? All reasons why you shouldn't get in those size 13s, right? And the size 13s now, because you're on a different level, you can get the more expensive shoes, right? You could get the you name it. You could get the Louis Vuittons, or you could get the Balenciagas, or whatever. You know what I mean? The Gucci's, whatever. You could get those, but you're so comfortable with the shoes that you had that you're not willing to give up the old shoes, right? And so so my message today is about giving up. I need y'all to start giving up. I need you to get to that point that you're willing to give up the old. You're willing to give up things that no longer serve you to now fit in to the things that actually serve you, right? In full transparency, I also said this before. This analogy relates to me, right? It relates to me because I've been at a space where I had was holding on to good, right? Because here's the reason why people hold on to good. Watch this, y'all. A lot of times people are holding on to good because somewhere along the line somebody told you good wasn't possible. Don't miss that. Somewhere along the line, somebody told you good wasn't possible. Forget great. Forget about greatness. Somebody told you good wasn't possible, right? Because of where you came from, because of, your background, single parent home, whatever the issues are, right? The blessings, I ain't even gonna call them issues, right? Whatever the blessings are, you didn't know those were blessings, and because of your situation, you had people who were telling you that good wasn't even possible. They told you that you had to struggle. They told you that you had to live this way. And so when you're listening to these people that have limited minds, you have limited mind as well, but you're listening to these people with limiting minds, and these limited-minded people are telling you that good is not even possible. When you get to good, you feel comfortable. You're like, oh, who told you good wasn't possible, right? And now because you haven't expanded your mind, you're comfortable with good, right? You're comfortable with good. But when you learn the truth about yourself, right? When you learn the truth about yourself, and the truth is that you're made in the image and likeness of God. So if God is the greatest, you are the greatest as well. And so when you start learning the truth about yourself, you start to understand that you are greatness, right? You're not just goodness. God is not good. God is great, right? God is great. And so you're not good, right? You're not goodness. You are greatness. And so now, because you're so focused on the good aspects of life, right? You're focused on the good aspects of life. And because you're focused on the good aspects of life, good is starting to hurt you. Uh-oh. I'm talking to somebody, right? Good is actually starting to hurt you. While everybody else, and y'all tell me if this is you, while everybody else is celebrating your good, deep down inside, you know that there's more. You know that God, and so you're actually afraid to get rid of good, right? You're actually afraid to get rid of good because how much people are applauding your good, how much people are praising your good, how much people around you who can't see greatness for themselves who are telling you that good is enough, and you'll be crazy to get rid of good. Why would you get rid of good? You'll be crazy to get rid of good. So good is starting to hurt you, right? Good is starting to hurt you. Good feel good to everybody else except you, right? Good is feeling good to everybody else except you. You the only one that don't enjoy good, right? You are the only one that don't enjoy good. Everybody else is enjoying it. Everybody else is watching you. Everybody's supporting your job, your business, your this. Everybody's clapping for you. But when you by yourself, you the only one that's like, yo, this good thing starting to hurt, right? These old shoes are starting to hurt. People are like, yo, you got those Jordans, you got those #1 Jordans at a size 12. You like, yo, those are starting to hurt. But you comfortable with good. So it's time to let go. And so we gonna, you know, in normal fashion, you know, I'm gonna bring some friends to talk to you real quick. So hopefully you get the point.
People doubt that your thoughts create
Cassie's bars, y'all.
for you.
Your thoughts.
It doesn't if you're just sitting around thinking, I want something. It doesn't. But there's no question if the energy and the vibrational frequency is correct, is in sync with what is to come your way.
The energy has to be in sync.
There is a space that you create that allows that to happen. God can dream a bigger dream.
A bigger dream
for you than you could ever dream for yourself. When you've worked as hard.
When you work as hard.
And strive.
And strive.
And tried.
And tried.
And given.
Yep.
And pled.
Yep.
And bargained.
And bargained. You get everything. It's time to give it up.
Surrender.
You gotta surrender, y'all.
When you have done all that you can do.
All you could do.
There's nothing left for you to do.
Remind Trash, appreciate the badge love.
Give it up to that thing.
Give it up to that thing.
And let it then become a part.
Wait, hold on. Let me but look. Oprah said God could dream a bigger dream than you can even dream. You can't even imagine the things that God has for you. You can't even imagine the things that God has for you. God could dream a bigger dream than you could ever dream. Right? I need y'all to share this with 10 people. Share this with 10 people, y'all. Because this about to get good. Get your tissues ready, because I know some of y'all gonna get emotional. But that's only because we talking to your soul today. This is Talk to Your Soul Monday. Right? We talking to your soul. This ain't surface level stuff. This is soul stuff. Right? Oprah said God could dream a bigger dream. The plans that God has for you is bigger than you could even imagine.
People doubt that your thoughts create reality for you. It doesn't if you're just sitting around thinking, I want something. It doesn't. But there's no question if the energy and the vibrational frequency is correct, is in sync with what is to come your way, that there is a space that you create that allows that to happen. God can dream a bigger dream for me, for you, than you could ever dream for yourself. When you've worked as hard and done as much and strived and tried and given and pled and bargained and hoped, surrender.
Surrender, y'all.
When you have done all that you can do and there's nothing left for you to do, give it up.
Give it up, y'all.
Give it up to that thing that is greater than yourself, and let it then become a part of the.
Let's go! Surrender, y'all. Yep. It's time to surrender. That's it. You did all you could do. Now let God follow. Let God lead you. God ain't never gonna stir you wrong. Yo, y'all making it hard. Just surrender. That's it.
Sunday morning, God has a jazz brunch for souls coming youth. Yeah. And they go to that brunch and God reads out all of the life assignments of humans that are going to be born on earth. And the souls pick an assignment, meaning they pick a life that they're going to come into body to manifest. And God, when he has a really hard task, he winks over at you and says, you know, like, this is the assignment I want you to take. Yeah. So the soul that was going to become Rhonda Harris was sitting there at the jazz brunch. And God winked at her. And then he brought her up and he told her, you're going to be born a black female in a time when being black or female isn't really easy. You're going to be born to an alcoholic mother and a womanizing father. You're going to be born in a situation where you may be physically abused. God tells us, he tells us, we get the life assignment. And he says, this is what I want you to know. I want you to know that you got to hold on to me.
You got to hold on.
I want you to know that you've got to learn forgiveness.
You got to learn forgiveness.
And when I got abandoned and treated badly in home, I didn't remember that I could always reach out to God.
I could reach out to
But
God.
at some point, you know this. Those things that God whispered in your ear kick in. Yeah. And you get to choose.
You get to choose, though.
Either I'm going to do this as hard as it is, or I'm going to do that. I'm going to pick up a needle. I'm going to stay ignorant. I'm going to drink. I'm going to cuss. I'm going to stay angry. Or I'm going to say, Father, into thy hands I commit my soul, my life. And that's what I did.
It is understanding the surrender and that really is all there needs to be.
I surrender.
Yeah.
Surrender, y'all. Salute, Brack.
Someone to trust lets things happen.
Hey, yo, hold on, wait.
There's
Hold on, wait. Before we get here, right? I wanna, fast shout out to Imani. I'm gonna put this on. If you're watching on, so fast shout out to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Oh, not Instagram. Instagram is here, but Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Twitch, right? So we're simulcasting. And we got this message. Fast shout out to Imani. Imani says, I need help letting go, right? And the reason I'm reading this question is because I know a lot of us are in this situation, right? And so I want to make sure that we get this message, right? I need help letting go. I have tried and tried, but my current reality keeps pulling me down, right? The answer is in the question, right? The answer is in the question, right? I need help letting go. I have tried and tried, but my current reality keeps pulling me down, right? And so I need you to know, surrendering is not about trying, right? You don't have to try to let go. As much as this may sound like an oxymoron or opposite, it's actually easy to let go. But the reason why we won't let go is because we don't trust what's on the other side of letting go. Do you get what I'm saying? Where I'm going with this? It's actually easy to let go, right? It's easy to let go. The reason why we're not letting go, because it's the unknown that we're afraid of, right? It's the unknown, right? We don't know what's on the other side because we never saw it before. Even if the promise is that it's better on the other side, we haven't seen it. And when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me, right? Like God is literally telling me, like every time I talk to God and God and I talk to God about giving me the right direction, right? I say, God, I want to walk in your footsteps. Put me in the right direction. God say, yo, go that way. I'll be like, nah, put me in a different direction. Right? Say, look, say that's me if you've ever done that. Put that's me in the chat. Let me see who I'm talking to. Right? I'll be like, yo, God, I just need you to point me in the right direction. I want to follow your footsteps. I want to be the best me. I want to do your work, right? I want to do your work. Point me in the right direction. God be like, go this way. I'll be like, nah, point me in a different direction. What's the other option? What is the other option, God? That can't be it. That's not it. I'm not going there. I'm not going there, God. I'm not going that way. Give me the other direction. What's the other answer? Give me the other answer, God. Right? And because we're unwilling to listen to what God is telling us, think about it. Right? Wayne Dyer says, right? Wayne Dyer says that ego is edging God out. Right? Ego means edging God out. And so when God tell you to go a certain direction and you say no because of fear, because you don't know, whatever reason, the reason don't even matter. You can have a valid reason, right? You can have a valid reason. Going this way might look like a time you went that way and it burnt you. And you trying to be safe, right? Damon said earlier that the mind is designed to keep you safe. And so you trying to be safe when God is obviously telling you go this way, but you don't want to listen, right? And so, right, to the question, I need help letting go. I have tried and tried, but my current reality keeps pulling me down. It's all about the trusting, right? It's all about trusting. It's all about allowance, not allowance like the money you get, right? Allowance meaning you are allowing, right? And so I wanted to pre-frame that for you before Abraham Hicks talks about trusting. Hold on.
As subtle, you use that word.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna take it back real quick. Let me take it one more. Let me take it back one time.
Create reality.
Let me take it back real quick so y'all can get it.
Just sitting around thinking,
so y'all can get it.
It doesn't. But there's no question if the energy and the vibrational frequency is correct, is in sync with what is to come your way, that there is a space that you create that allows that to happen. God can dream a bigger dream for me, for you, than you could ever dream for yourself. When you've worked as hard and done as much and strived and tried and given and pled and bargained and hoped, surrender. When you have done all that you can do and there's nothing left for you to do, give it up. Give it up to that thing that is greater than yourself and let it then become a part of the flow.
Sunday morning, God has a jazz brunch.
God has a jazz brunch.
Yes, coming youth. Yeah. And they go to that brunch and God reads out all of the life assignments of humans that are going to be born on earth. And the souls pick an assignment, meaning they pick a life that they're going to come into body to manifest. And God, when he has a really hard task, he winks over at you and says, like, this is the assignment I want you to take. Yeah. So the soul that was going to become Rhonda Harris was sitting there at the jazz brunch. And God winked at her. And then he brought her up and he told her, you're going to be born a black female in a time when being black or female isn't really easy. You're going to be born to an alcoholic mother and a womanizing father. You're going to be born in a situation where you may be physically abused. God tells us, he tells us, we get the life assignment. And he says, this is what I want you to know. I want you to know that you've got to hold on to me. Yes, I want you to know that you've got to learn forgiveness. And when I got abandoned and treated badly in home, I didn't remember that I could always reach out to God. But at some point, you know this, those things that God whispered in your ear kick in. Yeah. And you get to choose.
You get to choose, y'all.
Either I'm going to do this as hard as it is, or I'm going to do that. I'm going to pick up a needle. I'm going to stay ignorant. I'm going to drink. I'm going to cuss. I'm going to stay angry. Or I'm going to say, Father, into thy hands.
Into thy hands.
Yeah. My soul, my life. And that's what I did.
It is understanding the surrender, and that really is all there needs to be.
I surrender.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about trust, y'all. Listen to this next one, because I need y'all to start going with the flow. I need you to go with the flow. A lot of us are fighting against the flow. Yep.
Someone who trusts lets things happen. And there's such a subtle, you use that word and it's right, there's a subtle edge in the difference of that, because when you want things and you're just going to apply yourself diligently, we watch you ripping through these processes. You're just eating this up. You're going to get yourself tuned up as fast as you can. But there's something counterproductive in that. And what it is what your wonderful question came up with toward the end of your comments, which is you want to understand how to trust. And here's the way we would go about that. Feel the difference between someone who is, this is not for you, it's an example for you, of someone who is seeking a healing, which is absolutely upstream.
Seeking the healing.
And allowing wellness.
And allowing wellness.
Downstream.
It's the difference, y'all.
Can you feel the difference?
Wait, hold on. Sorry, y'all.
Looking for the
hey, yo, there's a difference between seeking healness, and allowing wellness, right? If you're looking to be healed, there's a focus, right? If you're looking to be healed, there is a focus on what's hurting. When you're allowing wellness, there's a focus on health, right? It's like I saw a comment earlier about losing, right? Like, I will not lose. But what we need to understand is that if you're focusing on losing, right? If you're focusing on losing, that is what you will get, is loss. So I don't focus on losing. I focus on winning, right? Because what do you really desire? Do you desire, right? And I need you to put this in the chat. What is your real desire? Is your real desire to not lose, or is your real desire to win? Because there's a difference. There's a difference. It may sound like the same thing. But it's actually very, very different, right? Somebody who doesn't want to lose, right? Somebody who doesn't want to lose, what is the reason, right? What is the reason why they don't want to lose? It probably doesn't have nothing, right? There's a deeper reason around this desire to not lose. It might have something to do with somebody else. It might be because they don't think they could win. It could be all these things that they have this desire. They like, yo, I have this desire to not lose. But what people don't realize is even if you're saying not, you think you're negating the loss, but the universe doesn't understand not, right? It doesn't understand yes or no, right? It understands what, like this is an inclusionary world, right? Whatever you include in your vibration, you include in your world is what you're going to receive. And so if you have a desire to not lose, then now you've included loss in your world. You've included loss in your world, and loss will be part of your situation. If you have a desire to win, and the only thing that you're including in your energy and your vibration is winning, right? If the only thing that you are including in your vibration is winning, then you will be attracting winning, right? You will be attracting the win. And so the same thing with money. People be like, I'm never going broke. You're never going broke. Why are you focusing on broke? Right? Why are you focusing on broke? Why not focus on being wealthy? Right? I am a wealth creator. I create wealth. So if somebody's a wealth creator, you have two options. You could take the identity of never going broke, right? You could take the identity of never going broke. And if you take the identity of never going broke, now that's what you're focusing on. You're focused on the brokenness, right? You're focusing on being broke. Or you can accept the identity that I am a wealth creator. I create wealth. I don't earn it, right? I don't earn it. I don't struggle for it. I don't hustle for it. I create it. So at any moment that I need anything in life, I have it already, and I could create it if I needed more. I am a wealth creator. Everybody type that in the chat. I am a wealth creator. I am a wealth creator. I create wealth. Right?
Results, and they are so pointed upstream. They're so intense about it and so determined.
Go back. I'm gonna go back one more time. Just in the beginning of this though. Yep.
Someone's trust lets things happen. And there's such a subtle, you use that word, and it's right, there's a subtle edge in the difference of that, because when you want things and you're just going to apply yourself diligently, we watch you ripping through these processes. You're just eating this up. You're going to get yourself tuned up as fast as you can. But there's something counterproductive in that. And what it is what your wonderful question came up with toward the end of your comments, which is you want to understand how to trust. And here's the way we would go about that. Feel the difference between someone who is, this is not for you, it's an example for you, of someone who is seeking a healing, which is absolutely upstream, and allowing wellness, which is downstream. Can you feel the difference? Right. So many people are looking for the results, and they are so pointed upstream. They're so intense about it. They're so determined about it. And we want to say, you don't have to work hard. You've already done your work by living life which caused you to ask for it. And Source has already done the work by aligning things up, and Law of Attraction is the real workhorse behind all of it. Your work, if there is any, is to trust the stream. To trust that if you were to let go of those oars, that you've done enough in the living of life to put it in vibrational escrow, and the source is reliable enough to bring you in this massively moving stream toward what you want. So it's not necessarily, not even a trusting in your ability. It's a bigger trust than that. It's a trust or faith in the stream. And what
gotta trust
we
the
have
stream,
given
y'all.
you as a result of what you've been reading,
Trust the
we've given
stream.
you a framework in which you now understand the current of the universe, you see. And so that's what we want you to practice your trust in. We want you to say to yourself, well, the stream is flowing, and I can
stream is
paddle
flowing.
upstream if I want to, and I can tell I am because I don't feel so good. This tension tells me that I'm doing that. And if you will just work a little bit on the sensation of letting go of the oars. In other words, it's not about making it happen. It's not about being different than you are. It's really about, and here it is, making peace with where you are.
Make peace where you are.
So, in very short term,
Appreciate the
we would
bad
say
love,
to you,
Chef.
if we were to give you an unfair label that accurately
Kia,
depicts
thank you for the
the
bad
energy of your
love.
being, you try too hard.
Trying too hard.
Hard in things. And
You're trying
it comes
too hard.
from wanting to please others. It comes from having a lot of responsibilities. It comes from a lot of people counting on you. It comes from all of those things, but it doesn't serve you.
Doesn't serve
And
you.
It doesn't serve anyone.
Gotta surrender, y'all. Watch your vibration. You're trying too hard. Just let go. Just let go. God got you. God gonna guide you. God gonna guide you, y'all.
Surrender for me, and I experienced a lot of surrender during my cancer journey, but surrender is, it's like a fish finding the current and going with it.
Yeah.
That's surrender.
Oh my God, I love that so much. You know what? Because I believe that everybody in life has their own current and their own flow. Your job in life is to figure out what that is, what lane that is, and how you line up with the center and the universe and everything around you and follow that flow. Your job in life is to try to not be the salmon swimming upstream all the time, but to find your flow.
Acceptance, though, I would say, is when you're finding that flow and you run into driftwood or a stone or get caught in the bank, is accepting that and the larger situation. So,
It's so hard to know when to accept and when do I fight to get out.
Well, accept to me doesn't mean that we stop evolving.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual perception.
That acceptance before, because we're all in difficult circumstances at some point in our lives. And you have to be able to acknowledge and accept where you are before you can figure out how to get out from where you are.
Yes, and we're so attached to the identities, relationships, and dreams that have brought us this far. And they're dear. But like a cocoon, when a butterfly emerges, the cocoon has served its purpose. It doesn't mean it's false. It means it served its purpose.
Wait, hold on. I don't want y'all to miss that real quick.
And our dreams.
Look, I don't want y'all to miss that, because this is the part that we most of the times miss, right? When, if you understand the life cycle, right? When you understand the life cycle, right, of a caterpillar, cocoon, right? It's the egg, right? There's 4 life cycles of the butterfly. It's the egg first, then it's a caterpillar, then it goes into the cocoon, right? And then what? Then it is the butterfly. When the caterpillar emerges from the cocoon, it becomes a butterfly. The butterfly has no use, right? The butterfly has no use for the cocoon. It's not that the cocoon is bad. right? It's not that the cocoon is bad. It's not that the cocoon did anything wrong. It is simply, right? Because we are always holding on to things as if getting rid of them means that there's something wrong. It doesn't mean that anything is wrong. When you let go of something, it could be because it's wrong. It could be. But everything serves a purpose. And so by the time the caterpillar emerges from the cocoon and becomes the butterfly, it can no longer use the cocoon, right? It can no longer use the cocoon. The cocoon has served its purpose. That job, that relationship, that business, whatever it is, it has served its purpose. If it no longer serves you, see what we have a problem with. We have a problem with the word use, right? We have a problem with the word use, and so we don't like to use the word use. We think, oh, I use this person, or I use this situation, or I used it to get to the next level, right? I used it. But using it is not, if you can't use it, it's useless. If you have the right intentions, right? I'm not saying take advantage, right? There's a difference between using something and taking advantage of that thing, right? If you use something to get to a level and there was a mutually benefit, like it benefited and it no longer serves you, then are you gonna hurt your growth? Are you gonna hold yourself back from the promise that God gave you because you are afraid to use things that God told you to use? Right? If you believe, right? If you believe in God, if you believe in energy, if you believe in alignment, if you believe in law of attraction, like the things that are in your face to use, you were energetically aligned with using that thing. Right? You created that situation as a co-creator. You created that situation by your desires. Right? You created that situation by your desires. You used that situation, and then now you used it to get to the next level. And the truth of the matter, going back to try to bring something that's not meant for that next level is hurting the next level. Don't miss that. Right? Trying to bring something up to a next level that's not ready for the next level is hurting that next level. Right? And in InvestFest, Tyler Perry had this analogy, right? Had this analogy about altitude, right? Where when you're going to a certain altitude, as you're going to a certain altitude and you go higher and higher and higher in that altitude, there's certain you have to be equipped to be able to breathe at a higher altitude. And so while things are going up to another altitude, there are going to be things that fall off as you elevate to that next altitude. And what's going to happen is if you try to bring all of the things and the people to that next altitude and they're not ready for that next altitude, they will suffocate themselves and die. Right? They will suffocate themselves and die. They will hurt themselves. And so while you think you're being noble by taking things that don't belong to the next level, you're actually hurting them. You're actually hurting them, and you're actually suffocating them, and you can actually hurt them. And so you have to get to that space you have to get to that space where you are okay with getting to that next level, because you can actually help more people at that next level. All right, y'all.
Everything in life serves its purpose.
Our dreams, our identities, our ambitions, our relationships, they often are cocoons that lead us to the next.
They say I'm going in and out. Instagram don't want you to get this message. We on YouTube, we on Facebook. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the audio. Yo, come over to Facebook. Witness the elevation says she can hear clear. The enemy is busy. Ash, super clear. Go in and out. Yeah, go in and out. I'm about to jump off in a second anyway.
Mind Right Radio, your #1 source for mind elevation.
All right, y'all. So that's the message for today. It's time to let go. But look. Y'all know I'm on all of it. I'm on Facebook. If you're my friend on Facebook, go to my Facebook page. If you're on YouTube, go to ashcashtv.com, which is my YouTube page. All right, last one, y'all, because this is gonna sting somebody, and I ain't even gonna talk between this. This is the last one I got, because y'all know that a lot of things God is telling you let go might include friends and family. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Sometimes letting go is gonna involve letting go of friends and family. And I think Tyrese could tell you better than I can.
You are now tapped in.
I think Tyrese can tell you better than I can, y'all. I think Tyrese can tell you better.
Elevation on another level. MindRightRadio.com.
It's time to let it go, y'all. It's time to let it go. Need some sleep. You can't go on like this. You try counting sheep. Yep. Everyone says getting down too low. Yep. You just gotta let it go. Just gotta let it go.
How much do you love yourself?
How much do you love yourself?
Because if you understand the value of self-love, you'll never be friends with those type of people. Most of the people out here are running around empty. They have no sense of self, no sense of self-love. When I say self-love, it has nothing to do with celebrity, money, materialistic things, and all of the things that your negative mind could probably go to. It has nothing to do with self-love. It has nothing to do with looks. Nothing to do with cars and any of the superficial things that one would assume that could make you love yourself even more. It's a matter of knowing your value. It's a matter of you saying, I don't have to be around these people in these type of environments and situations in order for me to finally see the value in myself. I love me independent of you loving me. I believe in me. I know my self-worth. I know clearly that I'm a child of God, and God has a purpose over my life. And if he didn't, I wouldn't be here anymore. I am here and I have a purpose. no value in having wisdom, knowledge, insight, spirituality, love. Every day, I am a work in progress. Self-love is the cure to self-hate. I don't like you, I don't trust you, and I know you talking shit about me from behind my back. Why would anybody who truly loves themselves hang out with or mess with those type of people? Now, here are the worst type of people in the world to me. The people who literally hate your guts and dislike you, and you don't have a clue that they feel this way about you, because they're able to cover up all of their malicious energy and intentions towards you without giving you no trace that they don't fuck with you. And then when you finally find out, you're like, oh shit, you've been saying this and doing this and you feel this way about me? I had no clue. But when people show you who they are and you see it to the point where you're able to talk about it, can you believe what she said about me? Can you believe that? And you're able to talk about it. And you get an invite from this same person that you was just sitting over dinner crying about the following week, and you show up. You don't love yourself for you to be hanging out with these type of people. Nobody who loves themselves would ever entertain the idea of ever fucking with these people. I love myself.
Gotta let it go. Gotta let it go, y'all. Keep spinning round. Yup. You just gotta let it go.
I've worked too hard for all of these years to hang out with somebody that's talking about flipping 5,000 and turning it to 15,000. So guess what, homie? Go get your money. Go do whatever you got to do to double and triple your paper. I'm out of here because I don't want to be on the receiving end of whatever those consequences are that may come from you doing whatever it is that you're doing. And y'all know plenty of those type of people. They doing all of the negative, crazy, and dysfunctional shit every single day. All of the women, they jealous and envious of you. They talk all of this shit about every girl and everything they're doing, who they dating, who they sleeping with. You don't think they talking about you? Are you that special to where all of your homegirls talk shit about everybody and you don't think they talking about you? So when people show you who they are, you gotta believe it. And you have to make the adjustments according to all of these things that are revealed to you. And your family is mean, evil, spiteful, condescending, and messed up. But you're so desperate for the validation. That's my family, you know what I'm saying? You know, I know they be mean, talking about me and my wife and my kids, and they all mean and fucked up, but you know that's family, right?
That's family?
That's family. Oh, so they're allowed to tear you down because it's family. Doing cuts me even deeper because we actually have the same blood in our bloodstream. I would much rather a random person in the street talk shit about me and tear me down than my own family. I love me. I see the value in me. And I have to be careful of who and what I give emotional access to me. I have visions, I have ideas.
Be careful who you give emotional access
now,
to.
I believe in connecting with people on a human level, but I am very mission and goal oriented. That's who I am. And you can't get to the next level with all of the devils that you have in your life. You got so many negative, mean, evil, malicious, and dysfunctional people in your life and around your circles. This is the reason why you can't clear out the clutter and get to the next level. Self-love is the cure of self-hate.
Self-love
I'll say it again. Self-love is the cure to self-hate.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. All right, y'all. I guess I had no water today, so I gotta get some water. Gotta get ready for the day. I hope, and I'm not even hoping. I'm declaring an excellent day or excellent week on everybody. But we're gonna start with the day first. I'm declaring an excellent day to everybody. Thank you for everybody who showed love for the badges. Court Nash, thank you for the badge love. Ramaya Trash, thank you for the badge love. Ken Caesar, thank you for the badge love. Courtney Miller, Iris Palmer, It's A Low, Leading with Purpose, the Don Oliver, Chef Charlene, Shakia, Janelle King, Curvy Queening, Daddy Life. Thank y'all all for the badge love. Appreciate you. Mac Don, salute, King. Salute to everybody on the check-in. Thank y'all for tapping in. And just keep, let go now. The main message today is about letting go. It's about letting go. It's about letting go and trusting, because that's the part that I want y'all to not miss out on. There's a TJ Wynn, thank you for the badge love. I am JP Rich, thank you for the badge love. There is a trusting that has to come with letting go, right? There is a trusting that has to come with letting go, and so make sure you let go to get to the next level. Anybody who's part of the abundance community, every Monday we have the Ask Ash Cash office hours. I know a lot of y'all be asking me questions and stuff, but due to capacity, it's hard for me to answer everybody's question. And so if you ever wanted to ask me anything, any advice, whatever the case may be, make sure y'all sign up for the abundance community. That's abundancecommunity.org. I'm gonna put that right here real quick. Every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Ask Ash Cash office hours. So tap in today at 1 p.m. if you have any questions. But that's it. I appreciate y'all. Tracy, thank you, Miss Tracy. We got Marvin Mitchell, mom in the building. Miss Tracy, thank you for the badge love. Lady Morelli, thank you for the badge love. All right, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow in God's will, right? Everything in God's will. See y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Peace and blessings, y'all.
I ain't talking about rich. I'm talking about wealth.
Money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more.
Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show.
Baby, I got your money.
You are now tuned in to the Ash Cash Show, your number one source for financial motivation. Get your mind and your money right.